trot, that's when I want you to use the little Lane Clark, like kick him. And then when he responds by going forward, pet him or soften and show him that there's a difference. Very black and white, and what's the right answer when we put leg on and what's the wrong one. That's super.
So she saw her video yesterday and she's like, I'm not moving the hips enough, so that's why my body's so...
Yeah,
and
well,
and bam!
Again,
Yeah.
to be fair, he has that rocking horse canter. Like, it's not to give her an excuse, but like, if you watch people on his canter, it's easy to get suckered. Abby, if he's feeling good and you trust him, drop your stirrups.
Good idea.
That's what Lane would have you do. Just get connected in your seat. Don't panic. Just nice and soft. It's all right. Trot. No lead changes while you have no stirrups. Good. And, yep, and just stay on a circle and canter. And think about your seat in the canter. I'm sore from dropping my stirrups on a fellow yesterday for half my ride.
Oh my God. Do you have a spine left?
I do. To be fair, I got to ride him in draw reins because Emily went back to college and we just have to do a little
reboot.
Flat work.
Reboot, yeah.
I love that, Abby. That's super. Stride of the canter. That you keep your seat in the same connection. Good. Very good. Ah, super. Good. And trot and do that the other way. Good. And then canter.
Okay.
On the horse as if your stirrups weren't there. Right? That you move your hip and you drop your weight down. I have the hiccups. That's super. And hold the pressure till he gives instead of moving your hands left and right in the rhythm.
You're gonna be so sad when Snip gets another rider, huh?
Yeah. Or I just won't have him do it. I know. Go ahead and take a circle. Good. Good, and soften. That was super riding.
He cuts.
The minute he did, right. And so we have to find, I mean, that's just his training. Like, we're jumping today, so like in the flat lessons, we'll still shorten his reins and make him still go into the contact and stay soft while he does it. That's hard for him right now. But as far as jumping goes, I want you to be able to keep that soft, like it doesn't have to be stretchy, but that soft rein connection so you have that little bit more of an open stride and he's got nothing to grab against. So we're going to do cavaletti to cavaletti. You're just going to pick, we're just going to pick a canter and see how many strides you get in it. And we're going to change the striding a little bit in that before we start course. Just straight from A to B. Good. So if you didn't count, at least choose the same canter. Good, soften your elbow. A little allowing in the rein so he doesn't start to brace his neck. Did you get the same stride? So you said you got 5 and you got 6 again. So now we're going to keep doing it till you're sure you've gotten 6. Very good. Get your chance. Slow them down. Now I want 5. It's a little softer in your elbow. That's too collected of a canter. Right? 5 is 1 less. And I don't want a huge change in the middle. I want you to pick that canter and roll. What'd you get? But I want you to be able to practice to free up a little bit Keep coming through your turn. Allow yourself to have a bigger canter. Keep coming. Come on. Yes. There you go. Good. Quiet change. Outside leg back. So you have to balance him in the turn to let him know, and then I want 6 again. And you're going to bend to the little green one.
Oh.
Good. Easy. Look. Hey, good. Let him walk.
I purposely aimed to the left more because I thought there was a nail sticking out, but it was just a piece of wood.
I see that. He's too big to not get anything. Like beginner novice usually doesn't have 4 or 3 strides, but anything 4 strides and up, you probably should be getting the distance, right? So you choose to pick a bigger canter coming around your turn or coming to that question. Okay, like there's no 2 strides or anything set up yet, but you need to know, like, as you're going around, when it's 5, 6, 7, 8, and all the others, you can add as many as you want, right? Because it's clearly more comfortable to get the 6, but then being able to get the 5. Do you know how many you got from
4.
the? Very good. Okay, so now we're gonna get, before we go down it, you're gonna get 5 to 3. Good enough, canter? Good. Yeah, you got it. Soften, soften. Now go do that again. Don't let him change. Bend to the inside. Okay, so you made too big of a change for my liking. Circle in between your fences, which makes them unbalanced, okay? Even though this canter feels really nice, is this the canter that's going to get you a 5? No, is that the canter you use to get from the cavaletti to the green? Circle. I want to see that canter so he's not surprised. It's bigger than this. It's bigger. Good. It's bigger. Don't start pulling. Come on, it's bigger. Good, go. Look, go. Keep going. Better. Good job. Good, and then bring it back. Bring it back, hands down. And I want 6 to 4 again. Good. Yep, good. And canter.
Six to 4.
6 to 4 again. What'd you get?
I got 6 to 4, but no, 6 to
5 to 4. I just want to see that you can practice the changes of the canter. Good. Whoa. Good. Whoa. Excellent. Good. Head him. And you landed on the. Good. Let's go to the left. Good. We're going to do the cavaletti. Good. So your goal on landing is to get him to not get so tight in the neck, to come back to this canter. Right? He's got to be holding that on his own. He turns into a little rock solid pistol. Stay sitting. Good. And then soft. Ah. So your goal on landing is to get him back to that, counting your rhythm, following in your elbows, not being against him. Good, perfect. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, so that was a good 5, but we're looking for a 6. You did. And we know he gets really strong in his neck, but if you disconnect your seat and go to just pull, he can just get stronger, right? You have to keep telling him to address this canter on landing, even though he's jumped. Oh, big whoa. Nice. Now sit and just readdress that canter. And yes, good. And then soften. Good job, Abby. That's super. That's exactly right. Good. You're gonna do the same 6 in the cross rail line on the outside.
Same 6.
Keep riding the canter. Look at your jump, but counting your rhythm, keeping him up in your hand. Beautiful. Readdress the canter, not just leveraging and pulling. Sit. Count your rhythm so he doesn't break till he gets softer. You can circle if that'll help him. There, good. Start to get softer. That's better. Good. Cut him there. Super. All right, go ahead and let him walk. Out of balance all the way to jumping, right? When he has to go long, or you ask him to have a bigger canter than he's comfortable with now, right? He's going to land and feel strong and everything. So you have to do that work, which is exactly right, what you did, to get him to relax, right? To get him to come back to a canter that makes you want to point at a jump, right? Where he's not so stiff in his neck and that he's keeping a good uphill balance.
Snoopy.
Okay, ability torture lessons now. Don't let him do that. Kick it. There you go. I do rideability torture lessons where we have to do pulls and stuff like in a 2-point, and then we drop our stirrups, and then we do it sitting, so you can do it in all of the ways, like it practices mimics jumping. And when I rode him in it, and he just gets very like he's really strong, and he doesn't do it in the like crazy head up running way, but he does it where he just locks his little neck and it makes you want to pull. So anytime, like, you got to get through the exercise that's being asked, like when I said to do 5, and then try to execute being like, okay, chill out now, like have a better canter, get softer. The amount of times that you keep repeating that, he'll start going, oh, like I know why I'm being pulled on, right? And it's just gonna take however many months until he's like, every time you're like, hey, come back, hello, I need you to focus again, then like he'll start to get it, right? Then he'll start to get a little softer. It's not gonna be today because he hasn't jumped in a long time. So, but what you did here was like excellent. That's about as fast as I could do it. Like if you went down the cross rail line, getting it by the time you're over there is seriously about how long it would take me to get him to do that also. He's just strong, right? Like that's just how he goes right now. And like all horses have a thing, and that's like balance has always been his thing, and it's spot on, you know, like I said, with just even his trot work.
But it does make Abby a better rider.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And your timing is like, I mean, if anything, it's working like your timing on him, because you have to be like, you have to put in a little bit of work, right? Like you have to be like, I'm not just gonna let you get ran off with and be like, oh, don't touch him, because that's not how he is. You know, he is a little ball of rock in his neck. And thank you. And but your timing, the minute he got soft, you have to let him know when he's reached that moment, or else if you keep pulling, he's gonna be like, I might as well just stay being strong, because there's never like the pulling never stops, right? So having him know that when you were correcting him to prove that your timing was spot on, and then you can carry on to it. So I'm gonna give you a tiny torch. Oh yeah.
Sorry, because Snip's trying to attack me for this. And I ran out.
He's
Yeah.
very light in the
So I'm just
bridle.
hiding
And he just holds
behind
his
you.
neck up.
You can
Snip holds
punch.
like curls his neck and
Yeah.
runs.
I know, and then this goes like.
Yes. So if you can get Snip, think about that, what you just said, right? Think about where Disco's head and neck are when he's soft. Where is that? Where is it?
It's always curled and it needs to be up, like.
Disco when he's soft, it's up.
Wait, Disco when he's soft, it's up.
It's
and
up.
Then when he's hard.
So Snip curls and tries to run. So I want you to try to get him, no dressage, I want you to get him off the bit when you're going around. What are we going to do with his head and neck?
It's gonna go up.
We're going to keep it up. Whatever we can do to get him trying to not go downhill and about. So I even want you to canter with his head up. How many did you get?
Okay.
Head up, head up, head up. Good job. Head up. You're going to go do it again because you're missing your rollback turn now. Don't let him run. Slow down, not just bend. Head up. Get your change. Good. Off of your inside leg, his head up. Go all the way around and do it again. Slow down. Good, I agree. Back up, but it's got to be training, not because he's in trouble, right? Not just you, anyone, yeah? Okay, pick up right canter. Get it in 6. So you're going to have to go forward out of that canter. Good. Head up. Good, now get soft, change. Look at that. Hold out, look over your shoulder, but stay out. Don't let him start getting curled. Head up, he's got to get lighter. Yeah, that's all right. Head up, he's got to get lighter. There. Good.
Fish jump.
Hands down. His head stays up. Good, so we're gonna do it again. A little looser in the rein if you can. The tighter your rein, the tighter his neck gets. Right, think about the canter you get when you're on a long rein. Perfect. Slow down. Good, slow down. Head up, slow down. Now soft, now soft. That's it, Abby. Good timing. And then just count your rhythm. Halt. 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 Halting. All the way to halt. Good. Rein back. Okay, take a second. Tell me why you think that happened.
I think I keep pulling or changing my last stride.
No, the ad stride was there, but there was something in your body that got really impatient that kept the movement forward.
More forward.
Do you feel what you're doing in your upper body? It might just be a nervous thing because you haven't been jumping. Did you see it on the video? Right? Like, it's just a little bit like you're like,
Body pumping.
yeah, you're like trying to get there, and he already has the natural, like, we're used to horses that you have to kick to get to go forward. He's the one that you have to just, like, he's got the quick feet movement, and you just have to be patient. And so you have to think about what you did on Disco where you were, like, ultra still, right? And that's the only reason he did that. It's not a big deal, but he was like, the stride could have been a question mark, and the adding one was in the rhythm, but your body just got a little impatient, and he thought he had to lead. Your execution to get your lead change and a rebalanced canter was spot on, and then you just got a little impatient to the jump, that's all. Perfect. Excellent. Rebalance, slow down. Get that change. Get him to slow down. Head up. Work on the canter. Head up. Slow down. Good. Now get softer and count. Quiet upper body. Count. You be still. Beautiful. Excellent. Head up. Slow down. Good. Now body quiet as you're approaching and count. Spot on. You got it. Still staying strong. Good. And then pet him. Good. So he remembers what the rein feels like. Right? So you would have had that last time, but it was just a little bit of like unsure in you that made him decide to leave. That was exactly your ride last time. It was, you got the change really nicely because you asked the correct things, and then you still had time to work on getting your canter back, and then you could stay still and count your rhythm. And then obviously the left lead is easier for him to do that, but you did the same thing, right? He landed left, so you got to work on your canter until you came through your turn, and then you have to count your rhythm. That was your good.
Careful. Rachel's jumping.
Yeah,
Yeah.
jump now. Oh, Snippy.
Wow.
Some jumping for you.
Stressful. I would have been the same if it was at. I would have felt the same if it was at training on a different horse, obviously. Oh, or intro. It's just that they're moving faster than I'm used to for the last 4 months.
Faster than nothing.
I trust him.
Heads up. Yep.
I trust him a lot in the flat. Like I like the flat better on him. But I know I'm comparing him to Disco a lot. But Disco, I'm just so like I feel really safe with him with jumping.
Because he doesn't get out of balance, really. Like, if he's out of balance, he throws a weird jump that makes you squeal over the top. And
That was the bird.
Anyone squeal over the top. But then he doesn't ever get out of balance in his gates, right? Like, when have we ever had a lesson on the flat where he wasn't in a good balance? I don't think I've ever said those words related to Disco, right? Or like Finn. Actually, Finn does sometimes get in a bad balance, but like naturally he wants to just carry his head up, so he's never really in a bad one, right? So that was one of the things, like, I mean, Snip I've had since he was a 2-year-old, so, or a year and a half. So I didn't get to choose this, but one of the biggest things that I choose when I pick horses now is that naturally their balance is like they're one of their best qualities. Because I can do it, and I like there are people who can do it, but it is so much extra work to have to do what you did here to fix a balance while you're mid-course trying to get to it's not that hard when you know how to do it, but if they didn't fix their balance, does it just make you feel like you want to pull all the way to it, right? Because, and not just you, it would make me that way, because when they're not balanced, you just are like, it doesn't feel good, right? So the horses that land or naturally have a good balance and they never have to work on it are like the easiest horses to jump.
It also takes away your time in a show jump course.
Yeah.
You got to always think about things
Yes.
that
And
take
now, like,
away
when
time.
you keep practicing it, it will come quicker. Like, I mean, it's easy to harp on him, but like. That's really what cross country is. It was spot perfect.
I don't know how I rode. I seriously can't remember how I rode.
Look at your video. It's online. And then you'll be able to do it. Left, if I'm approaching to the left and he's falling right, if I spiral him out, he'll go more right.
Wait, the other way.
Other way.
Yeah.
So almost
I'm
counterflex
sorry.
him to the jump.
Would that make sense? I don't
It does.
know.
Like counterflexing him so I control the right shoulder instead of open the left rein.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like coming through the
Yeah.
And then I said push him out, but I meant go this way.
Other way. So
Yeah.
right, push him to the left
So
rein
he
instead of hold the
basically-
left rein
yeah.
like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Do you
Okay.
think that would soften him?
Yes, I do. Or I think it would be another way that I could try that would work.
Because I could think.
But aren't you doing cross country, Abby?
I think I know you think of it as a lean, but in order, I think because he has a, he tells me he has a
God.
lead jump.
Counterflexing makes me
I think also lean calculated for you.
That's what she was saying. She was saying they were saying to like get softer.
So I'm confused.
That's what she said. She was confused. Like she was
I just
still
want
trying
to
to
clarify
decide.
the Instagram. So that's all. Yeah, perfectly. He's definitely looking a lot softer right there. Is he doing the right there? Yeah. I think
And
he
he
stepped
didn't-
back a little bit too.
He didn't. Yeah, he didn't like it when she first did it, but it definitely
I
kept
think,
her.
I think he looks more soft now, but I think he needs a little bit more of that. I'm starting to cry.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump the black and then turn right.
Thank you. 1, 2, 3. I think she's a little at the last step. I think she's taking the most of her step. I think it's that last step that she uses. Because if you rapidly start swing to the fences.
Especially to the blue.
I definitely, I heard you go, ah!
Yeah. I know 3 strides out, I was like, I still don't see it. I'm in trouble.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I need to do that again. What else? I'm gonna try not to pull to the oxers. They're on really long approaches though. I'm like,
They really are.
I'm struggle busing with the long.
Because this one, Michaela, you did your body more. Like you, for the rest of them, I felt like for the most part, you kind of did like the softness to that one. The most you were kind of like.
I threw my body at him because I got deep. Okay. I was told that by like, out in Europe, or if you like go online and watch like Boyd Martin's recent jumping videos, or like Beck will do it a little bit. She's not as much, but like she likes the style. Where when we were in Europe, the last couple strides, if you can lighten your body and like give early and just let them have those strides, like when you see it. Obviously, if I don't see it, I was not as soft. But if I can soften the rein and like just stay here in my body, and so especially in practice, because that then makes them have to throw their own shape. Like it's not my involvement in the rein.
Because if you stay up, then you're going to have to do more for them.
Yeah, like if I sit here and I do nothing and the rein is already looped, they have to do whatever's natural to them, basically. So if I see that, like they told me to do that, but then Lane said that, and this is where I'm stuck, is like he said that you want them to be not careful in practice so that you can fix it, but then he also said that he didn't think that the being forward to the jump, like that was a good idea. And so I have a hard time deciding, like, do I sit back more or do I do the forward style that I watched everyone in like Europe do?
Well, I think your forward style over these was actually better. I think the forward style when you were warming up over the smaller stuff was maybe
I
good.
just don't think that
Too much.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
over
think
this
that
it
Stella
looks
can
better.
take it going fast or going more forward. Good job, Ethan. Like he can.
His stride,
because her rein is longer, and then he feels like he can actually like.
yeah, his stride is so big that you actually, like, if there was a set distance, I would have to wait into everything. So more forward, that's what got him to stop. is like being fast to everything and then being long on a fast stride. He's not confident there.
I wouldn't feel confident either. That he was. Go to the brick.
You gotta remember. Something the black and turning right. You're good.
Straight up. That's a pretty short rollback.
Yeah. Got to the bold one to a vertical, and he rubbed it, but he kept it up. So, but what?
Oh, Maddie! I love her smile over the.
Othello, I wish someone can do that with you. Okay, tell me. Was that too forward, like to the orange, my very first one?
For some reason,
I just want to know. Did you video? I just want to know what it looks
Yeah.
like.
So I remember you coming to this and
Take your mask down. No one's gonna give you COVID from there.
say anything.
Take it down.
No. Okay, when you came to this, we agreed that it was
Can
much
it not
better
just be
because
you?
we agreed that it was much better because it's like he looked softer coming to this and you guys held a good forward pace to it and
Yeah, I didn't. I didn't pull immediately, panicking on my long approach.
chill to this one.
Well,
Okay.
because you didn't pull, then the back side was smoother, and then your left turn was a lot
Was
smoother.
better
Like the first
than-
time, you pulled more, and then you turned sharper, and then he almost like, when you turn super sharp, it's like he like
Kinda.
embraces
Yeah.
the turn, and so this was a lot better. That one, I think you came into just a little bit too hot.
Yeah. Well, I came out of the turn forward because of the rollback turn, and I was like, no, I only see the one the stride that I just picked. I screwed up. But I'm happy. You're right with the left rein thing, though. Like, I all of a sudden caught myself, like, when I want to turn right, he feels stuck in it, but I, like, take it here.
Well, you did that, so like this, I think it was this jump was better, but then you come through your
Yeah,
turn
like, the
and
bending line
your
was good.
reflexes to automatically go like this.
Yeah.
And then the more you do this, then you come down your line and your right rein is like this and your left
Well, and then
rein
I
is
get
like
mad
that.
at him
And
for
then you get
drifting
mad
right,
and then
but
you
the
pull.
entire time I've been like this in my left rein.
To the black one, I noticed that you're pulling your right rein more.
So that's
Oh, no.
I think she did that to bounce because she came through the turn like this and then had
And then
to
I
go like
switched.
this.
The thing is that you didn't pull back, you pulled up.
Uh-oh. That's